Particularly where I am from, our village is next to the sea. So in the holidays, I usually just go down to the village and be with my families there. And what we kids mostly do is every day when we wake up, the first thing we do is go to the sea. That's the first thing that comes to your mind, like, oh, we have to go to the sea, because that's when there's low tide. And when there's low tide, there's usually pools of rocks, and then they have like very, very cold water. We call them spring water. And that's what wakes us up in the morning. Like if you're still sleepy, and you know how people just go and have cold showers, then we go down there and that's what we do. And then from there we come back, and then like we do all the things that we have to do during the day. So every holidays I always look forward to go down to my village. Now from the past years, as I continue to go through high school, university, and then I go back home and visit my village, then I start to see changes. Like the places that we used to go to, now they have mostly, because the more there's high tide, then the more salt water is coming in, and then the water gets warmer. So we have less of that cold spring that we used to do, and also the places that we used to go to, they are starting to erode away. So because we are small islands, and now kids do different things in the morning. They don't do the same anymore. And one of the things we also do is we do our laundry down at that spring water. So now it's very difficult to do laundry again. So it's like every time ladies, there's a particular place where there's only for females, and they're the only ones that are allowed to go there because they do laundry, they do shower and everything. And I wish I could show you the pools of water. They're so beautiful. And when I was there, when I was a kid, and until until high school, just when I started high school, it was still there. But just for the few years past, people actually changed that routine. So they no longer go and wash in the sea, because mostly there's more salt water than spring water from before. And that is actually hard as well, because it depends on the rain. If there's no rain, and then we don't have enough, we don't capture enough water in the wells, or because we don't use wells. So now wells are more introduced, but rarely. We use drums, so we get water from rainwater, and that is just for cooking or showering, or if it's nighttime and you can't go to the sea. But now all of this we rely to do our laundry and everything. So with the climate that is changing, we have longer dry seasons, and this usually makes it hard for especially women and ladies, or kids as well, that go down to the sea to wash in the morning, especially when there's low tide, or in the evening. So it has that is not the only impact that we get from climate change. I know climate change has a lot of impacts that are happening in our islands, and it's not only that is just one part of it. That is just one part of it. There's so many. It affects us by agriculture and other stuffs as well. And my village, for that matter, or the whole of Vanuatu, they also experience that. So I'm just talking about one small particular place where I grew up, because that's where I can relate of. But I know that other Pacific Islanders as well, they can relate to other impacts that climate change it has on their culture. So as the question was asking, so that is how I see the changes. That is just one change. I could tell you a lot of changes, but I will take up your time. So this is just what from my perspective, from what I have seen back in my island, that is what some of the changes of climate change has brought upon. Little things that I think, because for me, culture is my identity. So if this is what we do, I would like to show my kids, before, that's what we used to do. Like we used to go to the sea and do this and do this. And now I don't know if I'm going to do the same to my kids. Am I going to tell them that this is fun, we should do this? Because it's like, if you live in town, then you know that you're just going to the sink and then you do your laundry in the sink, okay? And then that's it. But when you live in the village, then it's exciting. You go and see another place. You go and see another environment, and you just sit there, tell stories and socialize, because that's what we do. So it doesn't mean that culture has to be just for like traditions and, really into custom. It can be anything. Like to me, culture can be anything. What you do with your village, your member, your family, that is what culture means to me. It is your identity, and it is what you go to other places and you show to other people, because that's who you are.